Okay, so I decided to do this video to capture the frame before the wing is assembled to the frame. It's got the leading edges, it's got the crossbar. Those are not the actual struts, those are just there for setting the correct angles. Eventually they will get struts that are of the appropriate size so that they connect directly to the leading edge and where the crossbar also connects to at the leading edge tubes. It's got the airfoil for the center rib. The other ribs are already installed on the wing, and once the wing is slipped over the leading edge tubes, the airfoil becomes more apparent. The trike has been fitted with servos, and it's got the control rods already to the control bar, which acts as a torque rod, to the center of keel or the boom. So this model is almost twice the size as the MIA 1.25, so it's got to be beefed up accordingly and in scale to the 1.25, so that it flies and controls, in very similar fashion. The pilot is not installed. I took out the pilot so that I can work on the mechanics for the control. That's what I'm working on right now. But I am going to pop the wing right on top, just temporarily, so that I can catch a video of this. Okay, so I placed the wing right on top of the wing frame just to get an idea how big this model is, and just to get at least a look at how this is going to be turning up. There's still a little bit of work here to be done, and as I was saying, I'm working on the mechanics right now. The wing is pretty much done. It's got the ribs already installed. I need to install the rib retainers, very similar to the way I do the 1.25. This wing is done in black trim with a lime sail. I am working on another one for a customer that has bought the same size, but he wanted one in black, lime, and white, so I'm doing that wing as well. But as far as the trike and the airframe is very similar to this size, very similar to this style. This is a one-seater, and I may opt to just go and do a full two-seater version of this, just to give it a little more pizzazz. Of course, that's going to require two pilots, or maybe just one, with an extra seat. Of course, that's a little more work. I haven't yet decided on that because I've been wanting to finish this one and test fly it. I do like to test fly all my models before I ship them to my customers. Reputable companies that sell the real microlights, they do their own testing, and they have some professional do the testing before they ship it to the customers. And we're very much the same way. I like to test all aircraft before I send any kits to customers. That way I know that it's a proven design, it's been flown, it's been tested, and my customers can have the reassurance that they can expect similar results, provided they set up and trim it, as I explained in my instructions that I also supply with these kits. The MIA 1.25 Microlight has close to, I believe, 27 videos. About 7 of them are of real trikes, where I explain the very similarities and how the control is very, very similar to the real ones, and just something for my customers to look at if they've never flown a real Microlight or even a radio control one. It's great information to look at and to try to understand how these things perform and how they behave. More than anything, it's understanding how these things behave in the air and what happens when you give a certain type of control. This is a weight shift model like the MIA 1.5 that I show on many videos, and it does require a little getting used to the control. If you've flown paraplanes, it's very similar to a paraplane, but this is a little more complex. On this one, you're using an Elevon setup, with mixing, and there's some things that you need to do to radio to achieve a very smooth control, and that's done through the additional mixes that I like to employ on these microlights, and the use of exponential. But that's all explained in the instructions in the videos that I send to my customers when they purchase one of these kits. So this is Mario once again with MIA Microflight, and you're viewing the MIA Easy Trike 2.0 with the extended wing.